I've been asked more than once, how do I deal with hate? I happen to get a good fair bit of it, and I won't show examples in this video, but if you go to most of my videos, you will see a good bit of hate comments. I mean, more recently it's been more favorable, and that's a good thing, but for a while there was mostly hate. I also want to make it very clear right now, I don't want to shame anyone for not taking hate the right way. I mean, there's plenty of people that are, more emotionally sensitive than others, and hate's just gonna get to them, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're a human being. Hatred does tend to make people feel like shit. This video is more so about how to deal with hate in a productive way, and also how I personally deal with it. I'm not saying that this is going to work for everyone, but, try it, see how it works, and if it doesn't work, then try something else. Try to, find a way to deal with hate. Maybe you can look up other videos as well. And just to show off a bit of my knowledge on how I know haters, I already know that people are going to be down in the comments saying, oh, this video is going to teach you how to reject criticism. And I want to make it clear, this video is not about rejecting criticism. Criticism is a very important thing, and we will be lightly touching on criticism, but this is mostly just about hate in the different forms it takes, and how to deal with it. Without further ado, let's learn how I deal with hatred. Critical hatred is one of the weirdest to deal with, and I know I sometimes have trouble dealing with it as well, but once you figured out how to deal with it, it's pretty simple. Basically, critical hatred is, they're blathering on like any other hater, but they've made a good point, or maybe more than one. I know these comments used to get me a lot, but nowadays they don't, because if they made a critical point that's correct, then, well, there's stuff to improve on. You can become a better person, huh? Now, I know what you're fearing. Oh, but they're gonna come back and be a smug asshole about it. They're gonna be like, ha, I made you change. I was correct. You have improved. And, like, really? You shouldn't really worry about that too much, because they're basically saying, oh man, you've improved and changed as a content creator and you're taking criticism? Cringe. Which is a stupid comment to make, because, taking criticism and becoming a better person is a good thing and should be, applauded, not, smugly thrown in your face. I think a problem with a lot of people, especially today, is that they worry about the tone of criticism more than the actual criticism. I know that for myself, because I'm often very critical and harsh with my criticism, but at the end of the day, you shouldn't worry about my tone or how mean and aggressive I sound. You should be worrying about the criticism I make, because that's what's important. I know that some content creators will outright just ignore criticism that sounds harsh under the pretense, well, if it was good criticism, they wouldn't be mean about it, which is bullshit. Sometimes when people get angry with their criticism, it's because you've pissed them off to the point where you've upset them. And like I mentioned earlier, some people are just emotionally sensitive. That's not a bad thing. People get angry. Angriness is a normal human emotion and should not be treated as something bad or weak. Now, I know what you're going to say already. Didn't you just talk about justified anger? Why are you including a part just dedicated to insults? And I want to note one thing. Insults do not make a proper argument bad. A proper argument is only bad when the argument fails, when the criticism is useless or meaningless or just bad in general. Insults do not have a factor, but if they're just insults and it's just a person trying to demoralize you and make you feel like shit, in those cases, I think you shouldn't care. When it comes to random and faceless people online giving out tons and tons of hateful insults, you need to understand that these people are random people who don't actually know you, so their insults at best mean nothing. And like I said earlier, yes, emotionally sensitive people are going to take these criticisms to heart, whether it be because of depression or other factors, and for that you just need a lot of therapy. But to those sensitive people that I understand you're sensitive, and that's completely valid. But you need to understand that at the end of the day, these are faceless people online that don't know you. So you shouldn't let them impact your life, especially when those people are trying to degrade you, make you feel bad about yourself. Don't give them that power. Now, later, I'll be talking about how I take these kind of insults in stride, but for right now, just note to yourself that these are random people online. That, they're behind a screen. They're more critical and more hateful online because there's nothing that can stop them from doing that. They're less likely to get punched. So, of course, with the freedom of being online with less consequences, they're going to go a bit harsher to the point where they're not accurately showing off their true personality. Ever wanted to make a small one-time donation without, having to do it monthly or pay a lot with merch? Well, luckily, I have a solution for people like you. Ko-Fi is great for small one-time donations where you don't want to be constricted to a monthly subscription like with Patreon, and you don't want to pay a lot of money with like merch. It's also the quickest way to get money to me. Like, with stuff like Patreon, I have to wait a while to get the money, and with stuff like the merch, I have to wait an even longer while to get the money. But with Ko-Fi, that's a quick and easy, and I'll get it very soon. So if you don't want to put too much money into me, and you want to just give me enough to, like, get a drink or something, then Ko-Fi is the best option for you. The link to my Ko-Fi is down below. This one isn't about hatred from your own fans. I don't know how to deal with that because I haven't gotten that personally, I think. This is about hatred from fans of other people. Let's say another YouTuber, maybe more popular than you or somewhat less popular than you, makes a video on you. And it's very critical. So their fans are going to end up coming to you to rather dish out those criticisms themselves or just basically hate you. Like I said earlier, if there's good criticism, take it. Don't worry about tone. But if there isn't good criticism and it's just baseless hate from their fans, then in that case, you don't have to worry about that because it's not because they hate you, it's because they love their creator and they're trying to show off how much of a, how much of a loving fan they are by going after you. Or they just feel like it's the right thing to do because their favorite creator did it. And in those cases, it's best to ignore them. They're acting like children. Like I said, it's a case-on-case basis, but if they're, just baseless hate, then yeah, it's just a bunch of simping losers. When you get attacks like this, it's mostly baseless, but it still can be hard to deal with because it does kind of fill you up with that fear and paranoia that what if they're right? What if you don't ever succeed? For the longest time, I never had a response to this type of hatred or a way to deal with it. But eventually, I found a way. It's called working on spite. My opinion, the best thing to do is to tell those people to
shove it up your ugly ass! You heard us right, shove it up your ugly ass!
You think you could just fucking come in here, treat me like dog shit and let you get away with that? Fuck you. I'm gonna succeed just to piss you the fuck off. I'm gonna work my hardest to prove you wrong and get success just so I can tell you later, haha, fuck you, dumbass. If you're trying to make me give up, you gotta try a lot harder than that, dipshit. It's in my rightful opinion that if someone's going to use this, they know you're going to succeed. They know you have the potential to, and they know if they break it by inciting your fears, the personal fear that almost every creator has, then you might just break. And that kind of loathing, that kind of fucking asinine behavior should not be rewarded. Listen to your fans. Listen to what they want. Improve on your craft. Don't worry about people that want to rip you down with baseless bullshit. Just get better and better. And then when you're getting better and better, you can go to those same people and go like, fuck you, look where I'm at now. And don't worry, they're always trying to say that you're not that successful, you're not at the top, but this is just the beginning. Just remind yourself, this is just the beginning, or maybe you're already at a pretty much successful point and they just don't care. They don't want to admit that they're wrong, and moments like that are beautiful. I'm kind of a sadistic motherfucker when it comes to this shit. These comments used to do a somewhat decent job of persuading me that maybe I will fail, but nowadays, I just look at them and I go, you know what? Just to piss you off, I'm going to succeed because success becomes all the much juicier. Not only because I don't want to make you stress. I love making videos and I'm not doing this just because of spite, but that layer of spite and being able to prove all those people that doubted you wrong, it does make success feel a lot better. Hatred without valid criticism mostly comes from a place of jealousy, whether it's because you're happier than them, living life better than them, or you're just more successful than them, or if you're not successful and you're just doing it anyways, it's because you have more opportunity to succeed from them, and that fills them up with jealousy. And the best way to make a jealous motherfucker like that feel bad is by becoming successful. Personally, I let a lot of hate comments not drag me down, but fuel me to do better. Not only so I can make better content for people that actually do like me, but so I can later go, look at me now, motherfuckers. Thank you for watching the video, and if you liked it, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, check out these links. If you want to tip me, you could go check out my Ko-Fi. If you want to vote for the next video, go to my Twitter. If you want to get some merch with my face on it, go to my merch store. And if you want to get to watch videos early while supporting the channel, go check out my Patreon. Also, the artist that made the OCs in this video is not me. It is Benny Bunny, so go check him out on Twitter. Also, feel free to come down to my Discord with the link down below. New videos are uploaded every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And don't forget to love yourself.